For all of us who are over 30 and single, just deleting dating apps and focusing on ourselves because we can't stand the thought of going on more first dates, trying to get to know people, and you meet in person and there's not a connection. You're just exhausted over all of it. Can't stand the thought of another talking stage or a situationship, and you're just kind of done because same.
Is it weird to plan your wedding when you're not engaged?
Be with, you will know. This man will speak to not your flesh, but your spirit. You will experience something with him you've never experienced before. He will love you in ways other men didn't. Be patient, never settle. It will be so worth it when you meet him.
This isn't even funny anymore. I mean, it is just so sad, so surreal that these 30-plus-year-old single females cannot see what they're doing wrong, right? I mean, a lot of their issues could have been solved a decade ago. They would be married, happily married, with kids, family, getting their kids ready for grammar school, elementary, and planning family vacations, Christmas, you name it, going to PTA meetings, if they just did this. Lower your standards, ladies. Just lower your standards just a bit. I mean, it's just starting to get old seeing these chicks complain on social media about how they just haven't found that man, that forever man they've been searching for. It's like, what are you talking about? You've been single for 3 decades. Some of these chicks, they're in their 50s, even 60s. You've been single for 5 or 6 decades. Okay, you've been single since the 60s. What exactly are you looking for? What exactly do you want that you have not found in over half a century? Right? And these chicks that we just featured in tonight's coaching video are on that trajectory. Make no mistake about it. They're doomed to become the 50 or 60-year-old chick that I often cover that is still out there complaining about the exact same thing. And one thing that annoys me is when these chicks start pulling God into it. Like, God gave you plenty of opportunity, lady, to get it done in your 20s. Right? And here she is talking about how, I've never had a good man. Well, what is your definition of a good man? Right? Somebody who will listen to you yap all, like some Chad who will listen to you like yap all day about yourself, make everything about yourself, never be generous, never be giving, never be appreciative of him. Is that what you're looking for? Who will just obey your every command? I mean, make no mistake about it. That is what they're looking for, guys. But here's the twist to that you guys already know, because we always talk about this. The second you start beta-tizing yourself for that woman, second you start, bending the knee for her, guess what? She'll lose respect for you. And then she'll jump you or cheat on you, and then be right back out there looking for the next sucker, right? The next Chad that she can try to do that to. That's the cycle that these chicks are in. That is just the vicious curse that they're doomed to live out, right, for the rest of their days. And this is what happens to them. They do find, you kidding me? Like some of these chicks, especially the first one I featured, that chick is a good-looking chick, right? I mean, that chick, I didn't even know she was in her 30s. I would think she was probably in her late 20s or something. But, that chick, I guarantee, she has had just a legion of dudes, low-value dudes, high-value dudes, beta males, alpha males, that have wanted to just marry her off throughout her 20s. Are you telling me she couldn't choose one of those guys? Why do you think I don't feel sorry for these girls? Right? You telling me that chick is being oppressed? Right? That she has not just had a flurry of men come along and offer to just give her the brass ring and the princess fantasy and buy her a car and let her have free rent, buy her a condo if she would just marry them? Of course she has, right? I see this play out all the time. I mean, there is no greater privilege in the world than being an attractive young female, right? People talk about white privilege. No. Female privilege, hot girl privilege, just trumps everything, right? It trumps it all. Hot girl privilege is just worth millions of dollars. It's worth a world of attention, right? But the trick is, in your 20s, you have to not take that for granted, and you have to take advantage of it and actually choose one of these guys to go the distance with, to be like, that's the best guy I found, and he's the one. He's going to be the one that I marry and have a family with. So I'm not out there on TikTok in my 30s complaining about all my first dates, complaining about, the lack of choices I have now as a aging 30-year-old woman. I don't want to be that. I've watched the 33 Secrets. I don't want to be one of those 304's DG. I don't want to be one of those. And I don't want you to be one of those. Why do you think I talk about this on my channel? So the few ladies that follow, right? I mean, this is mostly for guys to just recognize these chicks, to stay away from them, to realize that you are the prize after the age of 30, gentlemen. You are the prize. You are the one who has value. You don't have to settle for these chicks your own age. You don't. And you know what? They know that. Like, instinctually, they know that. A lot of these girls are even seeing it on these dating apps. Like, the guys who are their own age, their, like, age filter is way younger than their own age, even though they're the same age. Right? It's like these guys want the 18 to 29-year-olds, and that's the cutoff. And that should be your cutoff, by the way. Right? That should be the cutoff. You don't need to settle for these, loud, mouthy, brainwashed 30-year-old single women. And believe me, they are brainwashed. That's the reason they're still out there, fellas, is because they've been brainwashed by the Matrix to believe that, they are just this unicorn that deserves the world, deserves all the high value guys, deserves all the best jobs, deserves to be the CEO if she wants to. That's all I hear these chicks talking about is I deserve. All these damaged chicks over 30 on the social media complaining about their dating, their struggles with dating men. All they talk about is themselves and how they deserve this, deserve that. I deserve. I even did a coaching video. I mean, I could do like hours of these videos of chicks that are over the age of 30 and still single talking about how I deserve. That's their favorite word. I deserve. Why? What did you treat men good? Do you treat people good? No, I just deserve it. Doesn't work that way. You know who doesn't say that? Married women, right? Good women, traditional women. Women who are actually in relationships with husbands, they never talk like that. They're like, I deserve. And the second they do, usually that marriage starts heading towards divorce, right? Because the chick just gets a little too big for her bridges, and eventually the guy will wake up and he's like, hey, I've had enough of this, and I'm actually the prize here. I've just been letting her treat me like a peasant, but I'm actually the prize. However, getting back to my point about the third chick, she's sitting here talking about how God's gonna send me this, God's gonna send me that. It's like, lady, read your scriptures. One of my favorite verses is, God helps those who help themselves. Okay, God helps those who help themselves. And is she helping herself? No. I hate to judge, but it doesn't seem like it to me. And for somebody who has faith, she clearly didn't have faith in the body that God gave her, because looks like she got the basketball lips, inflated them to 300 psi. They're all like, she's got the big lips, and looks like she's also done the breast implants, because she's wearing one of those tank tops that accentuate her boobies, right? Which a lot of chicks who get the breast implants do. The second they get breast implants is they go out shopping and they buy all these low-cut shirts that will accentuate it, so they'll get eyeballs from men, and it's mostly dudes that they wouldn't date in the first place, right? Because high-value guys would just, they might notice it, and they'll be like, because, boobies aren't really that big of a deal to them, right? I mean, they've had plenty of beautiful women, and now all you look like to a high-value guy is just a chick who's insecure, right? Whenever I see chicks with fake boobs, immediately that goes through my head. Like, fake boobs, the basketball lips, hair extensions, the 10-inch eyelashes, fake nails. The only thing that goes through my mind is she has low self-esteem and she's insecure with herself, right? That's all I see, and that's what I've experienced from the hundreds of women I've dated personally. It's like the ones that did that stuff, that were into that, and I'm not even into that stuff, but the ones that did always were just low self-esteem and very insecure with themselves, hated the way they looked in the mirror, didn't feel good about themselves, and never felt like they were enough, right? And not even ironically, these chicks were the most promiscuous too, right? These chicks will sleep around, have sex with lots of guys, have a high body count, have had sex with lots of partners. I don't like that word, body count. Have had sex with lots of dudes, and it's because they never feel like they're enough, and they equate sex to love. So these chicks tend to sleep around the most. So, you know, I don't know this girl in the third video, but she kind of seems like that type. She's kind of been used and abused, run around, run amok, and, you know, here she is trying to chase like a guy that would never settle for somebody like that, right? She needs to find a guy who's her equal, right? But these chicks don't want their equal. They want to shop above their price range, don't they? They don't want a guy who's their equal. They want a guy who's like 3-4 points above themselves. And that's just not being reasonable. And that's why these chicks stay out there on the dating apps as they should. As always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video, anything I might have missed, anything you'd like to share, anything you'd like to add. Drop them in the comments below. Always love to see you guys in my comments. Always love to read them. So drop them below. With that said, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Go ahead and smash that like button below. Do it now. Also, hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys subscribe. So please make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And for all you guys who want to support my work and all of this incredible, amazing red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I am teaching you even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I am talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, baby. The hottest women on the planet. Okay, I teach you how to do that in 7 Months of Mastery. And you know what? I have tons, thousands upon thousands of successful students now all around the world. Okay, a lot of these guys often drop comments in my comment section talking about how they're in my program, they've met their dream girl, they've met their future wife. I've had a number of students who've been through my 7 Months of Mastery program already met their wife thanks to my teachings, right? They met a high value, high caliber, hot wife, right? Way above what they were able to get previously before they jumped into my program, 7 Months of Mastery. They were able to get a girl who was much, much more attractive, much hotter, and much higher value thanks to my teachings. And you know what? I want you to become one of them. Even if you don't plan on getting married, find yourself a cool chick, a high value chick, not one of these like low value, like DG single moms, or you know, women who are passive prime or damaged goods or anything like that. I want to teach you how to go out there and get high value women, just like my students are all around the world. You can become one of us, and all you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, and it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons. So it's only $1 for the entire first month of high value coaching lessons from me. So take advantage of it, and it's the best way to support my work, guys. And thank you very much if you do. I appreciate it. Thanks in advance, and let's crack on out of here.